All right, so we are live, and I am going to try my best to explain major discoveries that I've made over the last few days and how I figured out how to set up gyro and boost using 0% aim assist for Fortnite. So let me just double check how things are looking here real quick and then get going. All right, so we are going to hop in Skavok Aim Trainer so I can demonstrate how to do this as best as possible. And I want to try to take this footage and go back through it and just try to come up with a way that's easy to explain and understand, because every video that's out there that I have seen concerning gyro sounds like it just sounds like somebody is talking, but the understanding of what is being said is being lost, because there's just so much that is trying to be crammed in to the video with all the different factors and variables involved that it's almost like winning the lottery if you don't have a frame of reference to try and set this up yourself. So let this gobbledygook that I say be practice for making it sound clean, making it sound precise, making it sound easy to understand. This is just my way of trying to get this footage out there, because once this catches on, this is going to change the game. This is going to change the way that people play this game. So, before I get into this little fake aim duel, let's just kind of go through the controller settings first by itself. And just so that you can see, I'm using a PS5 controller made by Hex Gaming. It's called the Ravel Pro 4. So far, this is the best controller outside of modding one for yourself that I've been able to find that gives you the quickest response on the paddles on the back because of the way that it's set up. This is a 4-paddle controller, and the triggers and the bumpers are also quick response as well. Before I started buying these Hex Gaming controllers, I would put this same kit on myself from Extreme Rate and put the same bumpers and trigger clickers or whatever you call them in a standard PS5 controller. So this is basically a standard PS5 controller that's been modded, and then Hex Gaming put their own spin on it because they put a variation on the sticks to where you can pull these sticks off and change them with whatever kind that you want. They give you like 8 different heads. I put Fortnite Battle Royale Control Freaks on. So that's the equipment that I'm using. So, in the controller settings, you have your basic sensitivity in this section right here, where it shows 10 insane, 10 insane. The default is 4. But I bumped it up to insane because each step is basically, each step below 10 is like putting a little bit less gas, putting your foot a little bit less on the gas as quickly. That's not really the right way to explain it, but that's the only thing that's coming to my mind right now. It's essentially like if your speed is 37, 41, let's say, like I've got here for horizontal and vertical, if you move the the basic controls to 1, then it'll start off slow and then ramp up to 37 as quickly as possible. Each step up kind of gives you the full, like, more of the throttle. So that's why I put it on 10 insane, because it's like giving me all 37% right away is what it feels like. So I'm just describing to you what it feels like, because there's literally only a brief description of how these controls work or what they do, and that's it. And you can only guess because you don't know what was in the mind of the creator. So it says here, look sensitivity, how quickly your view rotates. 1 slow, 10 insane. There's no frame of reference like 1 equals 2 miles an hour and 10 equals 100 miles an hour. We don't know what that is. So based on what it feels like, this is like giving you access to the full throttle of everything that you can use. Okay, so I'm a musician, and all this stuff, like, this has become my new guitar. Okay, all of this stuff is like setting up guitar effects and guitar amps and trying to dial in the right tone. And the way that you want to start with your tone on a guitar is you want everything to be as clean as possible before you start adding any effects or anything else. So you want to like have a clean slate. Okay, so I have my build mode and edit sensitivity at 1.8, 1.9, because that's just what, you know, felt good to me during my setup process. My look horizontal speed and vertical speed is 41 or 37%, 41%. But then I added boost to it. So let me just try to explain what this does, because everybody, when it first came out, Roadie Bros was the only one that came the closest to trying to figure this out. And for some reason, just gave up on it. And I just kept hammering on it till I figured out like how to actually set this up, because all this is basically based on feel. Okay, and a lot of people, you know, a lot of people tell you to just not even use it at all. They just say it's crap, it's not worth it, don't even set it up. So what this does, and let me just try and demonstrate for you here real quick. So 24, 21, 50, I gotta remember where I'm at here. Is it basically gives you a little bit, so like 3741, this is what it feels like standard. Okay, this is how fast I'm turning standard. Okay, with no boost on. So when you add the boost to it, it kind of gives you like an in-between speed while still keeping the standard speed of 3741 going. Okay, and I know that's probably not a proper way to explain that too, but just hear me out for a second. So what you do to figure out even what your standard speed is you zero everything out, and then let me go back here and just show you. You want to turn aim assist completely off, okay? Because this, even if you want to use aim assist, this is how you would set your controller up to be calibrated for aim assist, okay? Is you want to turn aim assist completely off and find numbers, horizontal and vertical, that will help you hit the target comfortably and just jump around crazy and flick it around and like try to make yourself miss. And if you keep hitting your shots, then you know you've got a pretty good standard feel, okay? And then when you turn aim assist back on, you don't have to go all the way to 100%. You can just bump it up till it feels tight enough and then stop right there. Because that's, and when you see what I'm talking about, that's how we're going to bring sniping back to Fortnite on controller. because sniping on Fortnite on controller without the scoped settings has kind of gone by the wayside because nobody's been able to figure out how to use this boost properly. Okay, so that's how you find your standard settings. Okay, and then the dampening time, a lot of people leave it on 0, and that's probably because they don't use boost. Okay, but you're gonna want some dampening time on, because basically what it does is it gives you just a little bit of extra, like, see how I'm wiggling this like this? It like kind of keeps it steady for you for 0.04 of a second is what I have it set on. So that's what's helping me kind of hit these shots like this, because if I zeroed it out, it would be harder to hit those shots. So that's kind of how you set that part of it up. Then, and thank you for being patient as I fumble my way through how to explain all of this, because like I said, this is just my practice run of how to explain all this stuff. So that's how you set your standard up. And then your ADS, okay, let me remember here, it's 19 and 18 and 56. 19, 18, 56. 24, 21, 50, 19, 18, 56. Okay. You want to do the same thing, and your ADS is going to be, it's going to feel good based on what your hip fire speed is. So if your hip fire speed is wrong, your ADS won't feel quite right. So they all kind of like work hand in hand. Because of, if your hip fire speed, like say for example, when I turn this way, my crosshair just naturally lands just to the left of the guy. When you ADS in, depending on what you've got your hip fire speed set up at, it'll feel better with different numbers based on your hip fire speed. Because if your hip fire is faster and you end up towards the right and you got to bring it back left when you ADS, that it's going to change what numbers you put in. So that's how they kind of go hand in hand, and maybe that's not very clear either, but I need to find a better way to explain that too. So as you do your ADS, what you're looking for is how difficult is it for you to hit your shots with no aim assist. Okay? Without any boost on. So right here you can see it's pretty clean with no boost on, okay? So now we're going to apply boost, okay? And the key to the boost is in selecting the proper ramp time. Think of the ramp time as like a mixer, okay? So let's turn this back up to 24, 21, and 50. So what I'll usually do is I'll set both the horizontal, or set both the hip fire and ADS ramp times at 50 to start with, because it's kind of like an even blend, if you want to call it that. And then adjust my boost from there, okay? So now that I've got this up to 24 and 21, it allows me to turn quicker than I was, but I could still end up hitting my shot. So if I was to turn aim assist up, it would feel even tighter than it already does with no aim assist on. But I'm using no gyro, no aim assist right now. This is just pure sticks. And oh yeah, my dead zone is set at 10 right now, okay? So about your dead zones, the right stick dead zone should be lower than your left stick dead zone, but most people keep them the same. The reason why I keep it different is because the amount of time, okay, for example, when I'm strafing left and right like this, when I set it at 20, because the default is 24, okay? When I set it at 20, it moves at just the right pace for me to keep on target with the person I'm trying to shoot, okay? And then it also helps me with my edits because your movement on your crosshair is tied to your movement speed as well, okay? So it just helps me to walk into the shot at the right pace. So that's why I have it set up at 20 on the left stick and 10 on the right stick, okay? Because 10 feels just loose enough for me to wiggle this around and make the adjustments that I need to make to it and then come back on it, okay? So alright, so now let's put the boost on to the ADS portion. But basically, the way I found this here before I move on the hipfire is I locked it in at 50 to begin with, and then I just kept cranking the boost up. And you want to start with it even. So 24, let's say, like you keep bumping it up in even increments until you find something that feels pretty decent, and then you want to change your vertical up or down once you find the correct horizontal, so that it kind of get it, because changing the vertical kind of gives you a different angle of how you're gonna hit your shot, okay? So that's why I ended up at 24, 21, okay? So on the ADS boost settings, is it 19, 18, 56. So the way that I arrived at 56 was because I turned the boost up to 1919. So it was like this at 50%. And it felt pretty decent, but it wasn't quite right. So what I did was I started playing with the vertical and then adding ramp time to the 50, to the half a second, the 0.5 seconds. One at a time incrementally until the shots started falling like they needed to. See, so like right here, it looks good, but like it just feels a little too loose, right? And then when you go into scoped, you're able to move this the crosshair around much quicker with the boost on than when you have it off. So let me just turn the boost off real quick so you could see that. Okay. You'll notice it more on a sniper, but you see how slow that's going? I can still hit the shot because he's moving pretty slow and he's at far enough away, but close range, it's impossible to lock onto somebody close range on a controller with those settings that slow, okay? So let's put this back on. 1918. Now I'm able to just hit these shots even at close range at ease, and I still have no aim assist on, so if you were to turn aim assist on top of that, it would just feel even tighter. So basically what you're doing by setting it up this way is you're making your controller calibrated to the way that you want the sticks to feel. And then when you turn aim assist on top of that, it just makes everything feel that much tighter, and you just go up a percent at a time or 10% at a time, and you stop wherever you want to with it. So once people start catching on to how to use this, there could be players that play with 10% aim assist, or players that play with 75% aim assist. because it's helping them line their shots up and stopping their crosshair at just the right spot that's good for them. Okay, so that was a quick run through of how to do your controller settings, okay, for using Boost. Okay, now after you get that set up properly, then you go into gyro aiming. Okay, so when you turn gyro on, it's the best way to think about gyro, at least this is how I was able to kind of understand it better for myself, is, so go back here. So now that I've got gyro on, I can turn the controller like this without any thumbstick movement, okay? And so when gyro first came out, I was thinking of like trying to play the game like this, but it felt not natural to me because it was just, there's so much little tiny movement that you got to do with editing and everything else in the game that it just felt odd that for me to just be moving around like this to try and get this set up. So now that I've got gyro turned on, basically what it does is I think of it like I'm playing with the sticks, and the natural movement that I make as I am turning the sticks is what helps me get the extra motion I need to line up my crosshair to the shot. Okay, so, and I usually hold it with my forearms resting on my lap, and it kind of helps me to keep it more steady, because like if I hold it like this, it's more, got a lot more motion. Okay, but if you just think of it like an extension of your natural controller settings, and you're not even using, like, you want to think of it like you're not even using gyro. So the gyro has 3 different axes of input, okay? So you can turn it like this, you can turn it like this, and you can go up and down with it, okay? And that is what the difference between local and player is on gyrospace, okay? Local means you've got 3 axes, 1, 2, 3. So up, down, left, right, and then roll, which is going like this, which is basically a left and right motion, but it's a little shorter. This way is more, you get more of a left and right motion here. When you roll it, you just get a smaller left and right motion. You already naturally roll whenever you're using the stick and trying to go left. You naturally just do this by yourself. So if you just kind of like play the game and try to set this up to where when you roll, you're kind of leaning into your shot, that's kind of the concept behind the gyro that I am using. There are probably players out there that can control everything without sticks, but I don't know who they are, and to me it seems unnatural to do it that way. But this, in my opinion, is the easiest way to kind of understand how to use it for people that are not used to using gyro to begin with. Is you want to roll the natural motion your body is making when you make a turn. So watch, I have a button on the back here that disables gyro that's also crouch, okay? So I'm disabling gyro right now, see it's not moving. So I'm gonna turn with the stick, but if I have gyro on, I can turn and then roll. Turn and then roll. Turn and then roll. So it helps me to get just a little bit of extra motion. It's kind of like when you watch a commercial or a TV show with people playing video games and they're all going like this when they're playing. Even though this motion is not actually doing anything in the game, it's helping them to time their movement. So now that you have the ability with gyro to kind of actually add that motion that you're already doing to your thumbstick movement, this is where the insane kind of accuracy and no aim assist type action comes from is that extra little motion that you make when you are naturally turning the stick left or right, okay? And then if you need to, you can like, see, so I've got this on my forearms right here, so you can't really see this in the camera, or I got my forearms in my lap, so you can't really see this on camera, but, you know, you can lean in with your body and you can just make these motions like this to try to help you flip the camera where you need it to go as you're playing, just like a mouse. So the thing to look for, because the hardest part about trying to figure all this stuff out is that there's no frame of reference. There's not like anything that people can relate to that says, okay, yeah, I need to play with a 4 sensitivity versus a 2 sensitivity, or a 10 sensitivity versus a 5. There's no frame of reference. Like, there's no way to know what it feels like, so you have to like try a lot of these settings out just to see what it feels like, okay? So the way that I try to think about it, because even in the explanations that I've seen so far, the explanation is like, let's just go to 1 for the sake of example. So 1 means I turn the controller this far, and that's how far it moves. Like if I go 1 complete revolution all the way around, that is how fast 1 is that I can make the controller go 1 complete full revolution around at this speed, okay? So if you go 4, then it'll take just like a quarter of this motion to go all the way around, okay? So let's go 4. So see, now I'm turning around twice once I get the controller completely turned around. Well, I say twice, it's supposed to be 4 times, I think. So hang on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 4 times if I'm not mistaken. So like every number you go up, it's 1 full revolution. But even then, how do you know where to set that up? There's no way to know until you actually try it. You know, it's not like on a mouse you have this standardized thing where you roll it across your mouse pad so far and see how far you want to turn around. This is kind of like, it's all individualized by feel, and where I would start is I would start with 1 and then just crank it up from there based on how it feels to you when you're using your sticks, because it will feel a little looser than just your regular stick motion because you've got this extra input going on, okay? So the way that I came up to 3.3 has been this long process of just trial and error of trying to figure all this stuff out, okay? So this is something that you just bump up gradually until you find something that feels good to you, okay? And we'll try to go back to that here in a minute, because there's so many things that tie together with this number of 3.3, okay? So then next you've got your vertical and horizontal ratio, okay? This is at 1:1, it means that I'm moving up and down and left and right at the same speed of 3.3, okay? I have this set on 94 or 0.94, and what this does is it makes my up that much less than my up and down. So my up and, or than my left and right. My left and right stays at the full throttle, but I'm only using 94% of my up and down. So what the reason why I do that is because it helps me to not over flick up when I'm trying to aim in. Because see, when I put it at a 1-to-1, you're seeing me hit my shots here, but it's coming up too fast for me. So like if I get startled or something happens, it's going to put me in the wrong position and it feels more flicky than it should. So that's why I've bumped it down to 94 so that when I make an upward flick, I end up where I want to be with my crosshair, okay? So, and like I said, all of these things are so intricate that they're all tied together. So thank you again for bearing with me as I try to explain this. So, the steadying is just like these basic controls for look sensitivity on the controller boost settings, okay? I zero it out because it defaults at 5 because I want my input to be completely clean, okay? So it's important that you start with a completely clean input with no filters on, to that way you could see what speed you're actually working with, because when you have filters on first and then you try to adjust your sensitivity and all the other variables involved, it kind of distorts your view of how it actually feels. And so you only want to add filters on after you've figured out what feels good with no filters on. That makes sense, okay? So now we're moving on to acceleration, okay? I have custom acceleration on and advanced gyro options on, which gives me this whole other set of menus down here, okay? So this fast multiplier, and I'm hoping to have a conversation with Jib Smart about this section here specifically, because I've had to guess at what this actually means and what it does based on what I think it feels like. So that's what I'm going to try my best to do, is to describe what this section here actually does, okay? So I know it gives you the description here, but all it is a description that has no meaning to you until you actually try to use it. And then when you still try to use it, it still doesn't like quite compute and make sense, because this description here doesn't like immediately make you go, okay, yeah, I should be at 65 and 138. There's no way to know how you need to set this up until you actually just play with every single number and variable. So hopefully I could save you the time by showing you how I set it up, and then you can kind of take it from there and adjust it accordingly for yourself, okay? So this fast multiplier is, so I'm at 3.3, okay? And then let me get my calculator out so I could show you guys, okay? So this is how this works. And this kind of math will help you to kind of like figure out, in some ways, not completely, what your other variables should be, okay? But 3.3 times 1.3 is equal to 4.29, okay? So what that means is that when I make a turn using gyro, if I turn fast, it's going to go 1.3 times faster. So it's going to end up, I'm at 3.3, but then it's going to jump up to 4.29 when I go fast, okay? So that's how you can make like a flick. So it's a way for you to be able to move slow. The fast multiplier is a way for you to move slow like this, but then still be able to move quickly like this, okay? Which is just the same thing as if like I pick up the mouse. So right now I'm picking up the mouse, okay? This is mouse movement. If I move slow, it's slow, but if I want to move fast, it just goes fast because I'm flicking it with my mouse. It's the same principle, okay? So I have it set at 1.3 because that's where it feels comfortable to me to flick. Now, these numbers in between, for the way that I arrived at 65 and 138, today was the first day that I actually figured out how to set these numbers up. Okay, so I'm going to try and demonstrate this to you. Because before today, I was literally just guessing at what it was and just plugging numbers in until it felt good. Okay, but now I've come up with a way to help somebody figure out how to set these settings up for the minimum threshold and the maximum threshold, okay? Because what this threshold says it does, and let's just go through it here real quick, okay? So the fast multiplier is this. Gyro aim, this is the description that we're left with, and we have to figure it out for ourselves, okay? Gyro aiming multiplier, when you're making fast movements with the gyro at or above the maximum threshold. When you're moving slowly at or below the minimum threshold, no multipliers applied. Even just saying that, I'm like, it sounds like, what are you talking about? Between the min and max thresholds, your aim speed will be increased in proportion to how far it is in between those thresholds. Okay. So even just reading this, I understand what it's saying, but it doesn't like compute to anything because I have no frame of reference what any of these numbers mean. Okay. So the acceleration minimum threshold, okay, is the way it feels to me is the amount of degrees that you need to turn it before it'll start to feel fast. So it's kind of like it stops a lot of gyro input from happening because see, like if I turn this to 0, it feels looser. So my motion, I don't know if you could see this, but it feels more responsive and it feels looser. But you don't want it necessarily to be this responsive because then you have a lot of mistakes, okay? So what this does is it kind of tightens up that loose feeling to where if you make a very small motion, you can literally move it like 1 pixel if you want, right? You see how I'm just barely moving it and I can go very minimally to the next pixel if I wanted to, okay? That's what that does. And then if you go beyond that, then it can go fast, okay? The maximum threshold is how fast do you want it to go once you get past the minimum point is what I think that it means, because that's what it feels like. It feels like it kind of makes it longer. So like my motion beforehand is slower because I've got this set at 65, but then when I get to 138 by doing that flick, it kind of gives me a longer cone is the best way now to describe it. You're trying to flick this cone area of between 65 and 138 is what it feels like to me whenever I'm using it. But like I said, once I talk to Jib Smart about this, I'll have a better understanding, be able to explain it better, okay? But this is how I figured this out here, okay? So I come in here and you see these things are going up and down and with very slight motion to the left, but you can see, and I'm ADSing in right now, okay? So this is hip fire, this is ADS, okay? So the way I have this set up is it feels when I'm using my ADS that I can go slow enough to get to the target. And then if I need to speed up, I can flick it to get to the right speed to stay on target. See, I'm using no aim assist right now, okay? And I'm able to track that target pretty well. But it literally took me starting from 0, and then I had this at 100. So I started with 0, and this number, well, I actually started with 0 and 20, but then I just kept working it up and up and up and up, one variable at a time, until I found the right spread that when I did this motion, it felt like I could actually do it without hardly trying. Like, it just naturally just does what I want it to do based on the motions of my hands and the motion of my thumbstick, okay? But this part right here is the most important part of how to set this up, okay? And I didn't figure this out till today. So what I would recommend is that every other variable that you use for this next group of settings is going to be based on what you have set up right here, okay? And the other part, man, this is such a complicated thing to explain, so I'm glad I'm practicing this right now. So the other part that's tied to this acceleration threshold, minimum and maximum settings, is your advanced gyro filters, okay? This is the stuff that makes it feel tighter. So if I zeroed all of this out, okay? So let me remember this here real quick. So 27.5, 400, 35, 10.3. 27.5, 400, 35, 10.3. So I'm going to zero everything out and show you the difference. Okay, so now everything feels really loose. Okay, I can't even keep the camera straight, right? See how wobbly this is with no filters on? So I'm going to put this in my forearms in my lap right now to try to steady it. But you see how unsteady this is? Because it's taking every motion that my hands are doing raw and unfiltered right now, and I can't keep it straight. Okay, so the way that you find out how to use these filters is you set everything to the halfway point. And then you start bumping up or down from there. Or you can go all the way to the max and start working down from there. Okay, either one is fine, but the only way that you're gonna be able to figure out how to even get this part right is based on this. Okay, so you're trying to feel what it feels like. So like right now I'm ADSing in. You're trying to feel what it feels like. See how, I don't know if you can see how floaty this is, but it feels floaty. You're trying to get the right level of float as you're setting this up, okay? And so after tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, I arrived at 27.5, 400, 35, 10.3. I need to just double check this here real quick. Have that right. $27.5, 400, 35, 10. Okay, that's right. Okay. So once I found the correct level of floatiness to it, where it just makes my... See, right now I'm not using my thumb, okay? But when I don't use my thumb, it feels just slow enough that I can make an adjustment without really trying. So that's how I figured out what these numbers needed to be, okay? Was by, it's like you have to do both of those groups at the same time. You can't do it independent of each other, which seems like, how do you do that? But you just have to like keep bumping numbers one at a time until you get it to feel right, okay? And I'm going to come up with a better way to explain this, I promise, but you have to set the acceleration and the advanced filters up at the same time. Those two things have to go hand in hand in order for everything else to work correctly. That's just been what I've found, and I just figured that out today. So I've been testing all of this stuff since Gyro came out. I've been testing Boost since Boost came out. And everything that I'm telling you is what I have found on how it feels when I'm playing. And I'm going to try to conglomerate all of this stuff into something that's easy to digest and understand. Okay. So now on to this section here for scope sensitivity and aiming sensitivity, pickaxe sensitivity, building sensitivity, editing sensitivity. All of these things are a multiplier of your sensitivity up here. Okay. So if I'm at 3.3, my scope sensitivity is going to be 3.3 times 1.1. Okay. And then I have this thing called zoom scale sensitivity on, which makes it slower than when you, so when you ADS in, if you have zoom scale sensitivity on, it scales it down to an unknown percentage. See, and they don't even tell us what this percentage is, but it scales it down so it's not as fast. Okay. I've tried it both ways, but it feels better to have it on. And so it's at 1.1 times 3.3, but it's scaled down to what an unknown number. And that's another thing that I want to talk to Jib Smart about, is to figure out what that number actually is. Okay. So, the way that I arrived at each of these numbers is I bumped them one at a time. So when you go below 1, it gives you increments of 0.02. Okay. When you go above 1, it's just 0.1 at a time. Okay. And the way that I arrived at these numbers is just by going one at a time until it felt like I could make it do what I was trying to make it do. Okay. So anybody that watches this, if you have more questions, please ask me in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. But this is the quick rundown of how I arrived at where I'm at today with this. Okay. And today I have the best settings that I've ever had since I've been doing this. And so now we're going to go into a match and try to demonstrate this. Okay. So more of this is going to be coming. And hopefully this wasn't a terrible explanation how these things work. So anything that you saw before today was me biting the dust badly because I could never make it feel 100% right to me. Today, everything feels 100% right. I've never had it like this. And it was because I figured out that those two sections are linked together, that you have to go hand in hand with those and go to that skeet range to find the right cone or the spread between your minimum and maximum thresholds, which also in turn helps you find the right level of floatiness to the way that the gyro feels. And you just build everything else off of that. Those two things are the most important. But when you get everything set up right, it's like everything just feels like butter. It's so amazing. Like everything that you could think of to do, it just it feels like it's like magically happening in front of you, and you didn't even mean to. See, those edits are just so, oh my gosh. It's like I'm not even, they're effortless. Effortless editing. I mean, the first time that I tried to edit with thumbsticks on a controller, it took me hours and hours and hours of trying to get it to do what I wanted it to do. This just feels effortless. And some of what I'm saying will just have to be proven over time, because we've been told so many things for so long that some about how to set your controller up that are true to a certain degree, but they're not the full story. So I'll gain more credibility as I prove what I'm doing with the footage that I'm gonna make. But you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. But it's like now I can actually enjoy a game of Fortnite without worrying about what I'm doing with my settings, which is just crazy. See how I did that? I just made small adjustments with the gyro. I was using my stick, but then I also used the gyro to make those small adjustments to hit those shots. Now, was it easy because he was just going straight down? Yeah. But doing that with no aim assist, to me, is an incredible feat. Because nobody's doing this right now. I don't want this balloon. But I feel like I can literally chill and just play this game now. Because I don't have to worry about my settings anymore. This is just the greatest feeling, man. I'm telling you. For so long, I have been like trying to pass a kidney stone to figure this out. That's what it felt like. I was trying so hard. Now I can just chill. Now I can just chill, bro. And now I can just chill. I can just chill. I can just chill. Seriously, nobody show up here? Okay, there you are, sucker. What? I didn't mean to pick that up like I saw that. Where's everybody? Top here. Where's this balloon guy at? See how I did that? I need to get out of here. See, and I'm just like, I'm chill because I know that this is set up right. I've never had this happen before. This is like the first time that I've been able to play this game and like actually feel like I know what's going on without having to try so hard. Like I'm intuitively making decisions because I'm confident in my settings. That makes sense. Okay, so I need to find some white heels. Come on, man. Where's he at? There, finally. Thank you for helping me out there, bot. I literally cannot believe that I'm playing like this right now. This is the best game of Fortnite I've ever played. This is insane. Oh, somebody, I thought all the bots were gone. Dang it. Wow. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. If I would have just been more cognizant of that. I didn't know there was somebody else there. I thought it was bots. Wow. I gotta get something to drink. I'll be right back. You guys are witnessing history live. Okay. I have never I've never played like that before. Wow. I don't even know what to say right now. I don't even know what to say. It's like because everything is set up right, I'm able to see the plays and I'm not reacting so much to stuff that is happening around me because I'm able to be more calm in my decision making. I'm not worried about my settings. If that makes sense. Allergies, bro. Incredible. I cannot believe it. Hey man, what is up, Voodoo? I'm telling you, bro, I figured it out, and I'm telling you that this is... Oh, well, you know, it happens to the best of us. But I'm telling you, bro, watch the first part of this stream tonight. It's my practice run through of trying to explain how to set this up, but I finally, for real times infinity, I figured out how to do this. And the last match that I just did, which is the first match after explaining everything, it was the best. Even though I died, it was the best game I played because I wasn't even worried in the slightest about my settings at all. It was just, everything was just happening like I wanted it to. And I could sit there and I could see the plays and I could think about what was going on because I wasn't trying to react to stuff that was happening around me and worrying about my settings and all that. It literally has made this game so fun to play now that I've got this all set up, man. But I figured it out just a few hours ago because last night I was like so frustrated, and then I finally figured out what to do. So if you watch the first part of this stream, you will see my best explanation, which still might be crappy, of how to set this up. Where did he go? Oh, I couldn't see him. Dang it. Yeah, exactly. No more changing. I lost track of this guy, but literally watch the last match before this one. I mean, watch the explanation of it because it might help you to set up what you're doing for Gyro 2. But basically, and I'll just explain it real quick. What I figured out. So my sensitivity is at 3.3, which is like been a happy medium between what I used to do at 1 and what I was doing at 4. Okay, but I figured out how to actually set this section up, the acceleration section and the filter section, and you have to do both of those at the same time, otherwise it's impossible to figure out. So once I figured out how to get the right spread right here, everything else just fell into place. And I can't believe that I actually did this with no instruction manual, but I figured it out, bro. I figured it out. It all has to do with what it feels like when you ADS in to set the spread up on the acceleration time. But if you watch the first part of it, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you go back and watch the first part of this stream. But now, like, I can go through a game and just take my time, dude. I don't have to worry about anything because everything is just what I imagine I'm trying to do. I can do it with no hiccups or hesitation. It just does it. All my edits feel right. It's just incredible. So hopefully this stream is going to make history, man. This is going to be the beginning. And if you watch the video that I uploaded right before this stream, that was the first match that I played right after figuring this out. I got 7 kills in a row at the raft, and I died because I didn't pull out my pistol after hitting a shotgun shot. But I would have had 8 back to back to back if I would have just pulled my pistol out. See, I'm just, everything I could think to do, it's happening. I gotta heal up. Dude, no, I grabbed the wrong gun here. I gotta heal up. Okay, that's one way to heal up. Oh, come on. Yeah, me too. You see, did you see that? I'm telling you, bro. Like, everything I think of to do, it's happening. And I'm just doing it. Like, I don't have to, like, like strain a brain muscle to try and do this. It's happening right now in front of your face. Like it's just naturally coming out of my hands. Okay, so this guy ran away. Oh, come on. Oh, dang it. I should have just kept running. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, I'm not actually taking walls. I'm just replacing walls. I think of taking walls more as like I'm trying to take the wall as their turbo building to stop me from getting into their box. But yeah, I'm just seeing the plays easier that I need to make because I'm not focused on trying to aim, you know. But yeah, everything is so much more enjoyable now because it's just happening like I'm intending for it to happen. I cannot believe this is happening, bro. I've been working on this for 5 years. Wow. This has been the hardest thing I've ever done, man. It just feels good. Yeah, it takes time to get used to building for sure. But it just feels so good, man, to like finally like know that I am done with the testing phase of all of this, and now it's just execution. And to be able to explain this and be the first person to actually get this right and explain it, oh man, this is gonna be huge, bro. I cannot believe that I'm the first person to get this for Fortnite. This is incredible. Like, this is a dream I've had for so long, dude. Trying to get this right. but the inspiration for me to rework all of it from what I had the other day, you know, because I made that promo video from when my settings were at 1.8, and my inspiration to rework it was when I saw that interview from Jib Smart, when he was talking to Rocket Jump Ninja or so, whatever that channel is, and when I saw the footage of that game you said was called OSU or something, I was like, wow, I need to figure out how to get it to be like that. So that's how I came up with the 3.3 cents and all the stuff that I just talked about at the beginning here, was trying to figure that out. Dang it, I couldn't get out of there in time. I almost had that. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm the first person to actually do all of this for Fortnite, because I don't see any footage out there, and I actually have the explanation of how all of it needs to be set up. I just have to put it in a way that's fun and easy to understand, because every video that's out there right now is like you can't really understand everything that they're saying, because it's so technical. And so you've got to make it, like, explain it in a way that, like, it makes sense to people that are not technical. You know, I just happen to be a technical person, so I can understand what's being said, but just, you have to, like, really, like, process everything that's being talked about, because it's all, like, trying to be slammed into 20 minutes. And it's not something that you can explain in 20 minutes. You have to, like, do it chunk by chunk by chunk, and do it in a way that's going to be fun and exciting. And that's what's going to get people to start using Gyro, is when you take all of the technical aspect of it out and make it fun for them to actually figure out how to do it. That's when Gyro is going to take off, because this is going to change. This is going to change everything, bro. What I figured out here is going to change everything. I just cannot believe that I was able to. It was just a crazy dream that I had, and I can't believe that I did it. I cannot believe it. Well, then it's me and you, brother. Brother. We can do this. We'll be the next generation of people in Fortnite. Yeah, there's so many different methods, but if you can explain how to use each method and what it's for, it will translate to more people playing it and more people using it, you know? There's so many different ways to set it up because there's 50 million variables. Oh, don't you try to kill me. I was trying to read the chat. Yeah, I saw that. I saw those videos too. And even those, I mean, I'm not trying to knock anything that anybody's doing because it's great if they're making videos about it. I'm just saying that everything that I have seen that's out right now, when you listen to the explanation of it, even my explanation earlier tonight in this stream is terrible because it's such a complicated subject. But all of it just sounds like a bunch of words. Like when you hear it, you're like, you have to like re-listen to it just to kind of figure out what's being said, you know? And so I want to make it happen in a way that is easy to understand. But like I can actually chill, like I'm able to talk right now and just chill and not worry about anything. This is the first time I've been able to play this game and I don't know how long, where I'm just like not even trying to do anything except for have fun. Let me in here. Oh, come on. Did I just shoot myself with that? I thought I shot it far enough away. I hardly have any loot. Come on, man. People are just hiding everywhere. I couldn't build. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Let's get it. It's me and you, dude. We'll be the Gyro Brothers. You gotta get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. I'm gonna show you all how to get it. Okay. Let me lock in on this one because I've been screwing around too much. I wanna try to get some good footage though. It feels like a big weight has been lifted off of me, man. Like, I feel light. Like I've been burdened for so long. I've been so obsessed with this, man, for so long. And I can finally relax, dude. And just know that I have proof of what I am trying to do. And it works. Now the only thing left is to destroy. Sorry, dude. Okay, so like they didn't even... Okay. Yeah, well, I messaged Jim today. I haven't heard back from him yet. But I asked for a conversation, like an actual voice conversation, so that we could talk about in more detail what he was thinking with each of these settings, so that I can explain it better. Because everything that I've done with this has been from the brief description and me guessing what that means and what it feels like. And so once I understand what his intent was behind it, then I can better explain each variable. So hopefully he'll respond back to me soon, but I messaged him today about it. On the Gyro Discord. Where the heck is everybody? Okay. I thought he was Australian. I couldn't tell for sure. Why did you do that? This is only the beginning, man. Only the beginning. Because see, this also will help controller players with aim assist even. So this is not just for gyro, bro. Everything that I'm doing will help controller players with aim assist too, because nobody has figured out how to actually use the aim assist properly either, because everybody cranks it all the way to 100. Yeah, I should have done better there, but what I was saying is that these things will also help just regular controller players with aim assist, because everybody cranks the aim assist all the way to 100 and keeps it there because they think that's the best way to play it. But really, it's better to play like around somewhere between 65 and 75%. And I could show people how to use it, and they can start getting snipes again on controller, because it's been so hard with these since Boost came out. Snipes on Fortnite have been kind of by the wayside as far as controller snipes, because it moves so slow with where all the pros use their ADS sensitivity. It's just too slow to like try to snipe this guy right here because he's too close, and then when you have aim assist factored in, then it's even harder to pull the stick onto the guy because of aim assist, especially when you're using it at 100%. So it's gonna bring the controller player back, not just for gyro, but for aim assist and snipes and all that stuff. All those kind of clips are gonna come back. People will be able to look into the sky on controller and snipe now, when before it's like almost impossible using these new controls that came out before the legacy controls went away. Or what I mean is the good snipes came from when the legacy controls were on controller. But it's all gonna come back now. Once I explain all this, it's gonna come back. I forgot where I was trying to land. Actually gonna get looted up here this time. Oh, never mind. Somebody else got there. Two people got there. But yeah, so what was messing me up yesterday was that I had the filter section wrong and I had the acceleration section wrong. And then on top of that, I was playing on 4.3, which was just too much. It was too fast. So even though it felt good, it was close, but it wasn't right because it was just too fast and those two sections were wrong. But once I figured that out, man, it's like unbelievable the way this feels right now. Just to move and to play this is incredible. I'll get that Joy-Shock mapper, or not mapper, whatever that thing is that you were telling me, the thing I could put the controller on, the overlay on the screen. I'll try to have that for tomorrow. Or maybe I can figure out how to put it on now. I don't know. Let's see. I gotta take a piss. Okay, yeah, I'll look it up here in just a minute and try to put it on. I gotta take a leak though, now it just hit me. Okay, alright. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back and I'll try to figure out how to put it on. Alright, so it's called 3D Controller Overlay. Alright, let's see if I can find this here. 3D Controller Overlay. Yes. Is it from Steam? 'Cause I don't have Steam. Okay, let me figure out here how to, let's add display capture. Okay. I really didn't want to get Steam, but I guess I'm gonna have to. Let's see, display capture. Okay. So if I hide that, it's back to that. Okay. So can you see what's on my screen right now? Okay, see if this shows up. Okay, yeah, you can see that now. All right. So let's find. What am I looking for here? Yeah, 3D controller overlay. Oh, okay. That's a display tester. Okay. How to add a controller overlay. Okay.
Hey guys, it's Kyler, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get a controller overlay for recording or streaming on OBS. So the first thing that you guys are going to want to do is go to the link that I've left in the description, and if it's giving you this message at the bottom, make sure that you have your controller plugged in and then press any button on your controller and it should go away. So first I'm just going to make sure that the controller is working perfectly, so I'm going to go up here to none and click on player 1 and it should show up with the controller. Then go ahead and click on the Xbox logo and click on whatever controller you have and whatever color you'd like. I'm going to go with PS4 white. Then go ahead and click some buttons on your controller just to make sure that it's working properly and that you're seeing everything that's going on with the controller. And if that's working properly, then go ahead and click on these 3 bars on the left here, then click on generate URL. Now make sure that you have the correct controller that you want here.
All
so
right,
again,
so let's. Okay, I see what you're saying. So I might as well just download Steam. I just didn't want to put it on, but I guess I will. I'll do it. All right. Okay. Maybe I can use it without Steam. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, it doesn't say it requires Steam, so. Oh, okay. You need to have the Steam application before you can install it. Okay. Install Steam. I might as well. Alright. So then now. Okay. So, hang on. Maybe something's not right here. Steam. How come it's not opening up? Okay. I cannot remember. I have a Steam account, but I can't remember what it is. Let's see. Alright, so let me hide this real quick. Okay. Okay, so I gotta this code in. Oh well, I installed Steam. So. Yo, Blaze1. Thanks for watching. That's the first time I've seen you here. Alright, so now let's go try to open this up in Steam. Trying to get 3D controller overlay going so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright. So now let's click here. Yes, Steam is installed. Open. Install. Okay. So now that I've got 3D controller overlay on, how do I get it into OBS? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot. So I've got Voodoo, if you're watching, I just installed it, but how do I actually use it in OBS now? Okay, so I'm sure I gotta add it as a source. But what source is it? Is it a media source? Okay, let me just look this up. It'll be easier if I go like this. How to use 3D controller overlay in Steam. Window capture, okay. Window capture. Okay, and then I have to turn the app on. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. So I go like this. Launching. Running. So now when I go to the source here, it should show up. Window capture. Okay, let's delete this one. That. Window capture. Yeah, no, that's okay. I understand. All right, so oh, okay, now it's just now popping up. Okay. It's just taking a minute. Remove. Okay, it's not responding. Wait for the program to respond. Yeah, so, okay. So now it's open. All right, new. I see. All right, because it just took a minute for it to. All right, but it's not showing the gyro. It's just showing the. Well, let me just add it and see what it does. Yes, I do play gyro. That's what. If you watch the beginning of this stream, today is the day that marks 5 years worth of research into Boost and with gyro, and it all just happened today, like to where I officially can start creating the content to explain it and make it easy to understand for everybody to use because it's such a complicated subject. So tonight was my very poor walkthrough of how to set it up, but I'm going to just keep practicing how to explain it till I get it to where it sounds fun and exciting and easy to use. But yeah, it actually works fantastically, and that's why I'm putting this on here. Oh, okay, I see it now. The gyro is working. Okay. The whole time I was like talking, I didn't even see that happening. All right. So let's add this window capture. Controller 1 or controller 2? Okay, yeah. That's it. Perfect. Okay. So now let's turn display capture off. And then let's put this, make it smaller. Okay, so now let's go back, see what this looks like in Fortnite. So I should probably go, let's see if it looks right. Maybe I should go above my head, or let's try it. Oh, okay, so it's click on the window tab in the 3D controller and change it back around to whatever your chroma key. Okay. Alright. Okay, so properties. So it's a filter I want to use, right? Chroma key. Green. Okay. I just changed it to green, I thought. Okay. So I changed the chroma key, but it's still the same. So maybe I'm not doing something right. Well, we'll go, yeah, I can do a Discord call here in just a minute if I can't figure it out. Let's just see here. Green, custom color. Okay, maybe controller 1. No, that's not what I want. Okay, controller 1. Colors. Okay, let's do a Discord call real quick. Let me get on Discord. Alright, so I need to find Voodoo. Oh, okay. There's a window tab at the top. Okay, I see. Alright, colors. Window. Background color. Needs to be Controller 2. I'm so confused right now. Give me a call, bro, on Discord. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's confusing to me. All right. Voodoo. What's your Discord name, bro? Background color and the 3D controller app. Okay, I'm in it. Background color needs to be 00FF00, okay? 00FF00. Okay. Alright, I just changed that. Okay. So now... Okay, I got it. Never mind. I figured it out. Alright, here we go. Let's see what this looks like live on stream. Thanks, Blaze. Appreciate you, homie. Okay, so it's going right. It needs to go on top of my head. So it's good that I'm watching that. Alright, so this needs to go up here. I don't know. I can't tell if I like it on the bottom or the top, but we'll just roll. We'll roll with that. Oh, okay. Okay, so I could change that. Yeah, I am using a PS5 controller. So I can change that in the next one. This is a terrible drop. Terrible drop. Yeah, I think I need... I don't know. I can't tell if I like it on top or bottom, but I'll play with it. I think I like it on the bottom, but I gotta make it smaller. Yeah, there's nothing here. Alright, let's do this. Let's do it. How is half the lobby dead already? Making any sense to me. Where's this fool at? Yeah. Go. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. I'll respond to that. Okay, the guy with the medallion went away. So let's chase him. Over there, okay. Where'd you go, you little McSuckerton? There you are. What? What idiot? What's this guy doing? Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I will take it to the limit, 'cause I said I could. So what do you think? On top or on the bottom? I can't tell. Does it look better on top or on the bottom? I say bottom, but I can't tell. For some reason it's bugging me on the top there. When I see it, it looks weird to me. Of course, I'm talking about the controller overlay. Up, two medallions converging over here. Now it's going to be three medallions converging. Okay, nope, there. Empty home. Going over here. Where the heck are these guys? Oh, there they are. Over the hill. Oh, dang it, I should have got out of that situation. I had both of them, but I just screwed that up royally. Why did I do that? Yeah, I'm gonna move it to the bottom now this time. We will compare. So now we go to the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Just make it a little bit smaller. Oh, but it has that little... I should probably bring it down more. Smaller. I just don't want it to get in the way of my health meter. Let's see how big it is. It has that annoying little line at the top for some reason. Alright, now we'll tell it. Okay, I can make it bigger. So let's go like that. Okay, we'll try that. It could be. I think I accidentally clicked on 2. Okay, that was crap. Oh, come on, man. What are you thinking there? I should have completely got out of that. Now I'm just not thinking right. I think I'm I'm thinking about this, whatchamacallit. Okay, so let's try to turn this line off. Controller 2. Let's turn that off. Takes care of it. No, it's still there. It's barely there, but it's... I can't tell what that is. Oh well. Yeah, I just need to get some... I got an account with owned... .tv or whatever it's called, so I've got some overlays that I haven't put on yet, but I'm gonna start getting that done. But the next thing I want to do is be able to hear myself in my headphones, because I can't hear myself right now. So it's kind of hard to talk sometimes because I can't understand what I'm saying. But I know how to set it up, but my setup is a little different, so I gotta figure out how to set it up within what I have to make it work right. PS5 DualSense controller is what I think is the best. Now, I haven't tried the PS4 controller, so I can't say that you should do that over the PS4 controller, because I've never tried it, but the PS5 controller, in my opinion, is the best controller for Fortnite anyways, because I used to play on an Xbox controller before I even tried Gyro. The only reason I switched to PS5 controller was because when Gyro came out, I wanted to try Gyro out, but I came from using an Xbox controller. So, I would say the DualSense is the best one, but that's just because that's all I've used. No, that wasn't a very good plan. Sorry, bro. Thank you for the mats. It took too long. It took too long. It took too long. Why did I take too long to get there? It's just too far away. Too far away. I can't believe I just did that, bro. Get over here. Oh, come on. Don't be annoying like me. I know I'm being annoying. But only I'm allowed to do that. Yeah. Thank you. Now we're just gonna get into this stupid tagging game. No! Oh, dang it. I should have just backed out right there. Alright, let's see. Now that line is still there. Weird. Maybe it's something to do. A model sets. Okay, I just changed it. Oh, okay. Now that I changed it, the model, it doesn't have that line anymore. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Yep. And I got rid of that line. All right. Let's see if it's too big now. Here we go, dude. I got it. I'm one of the cool kids now. Yeah. Yeah. This is bad. No, this is bad. Come on, bro. Alright, let's change it up. Let's go to the lobby. Get some good vibes going into the next one. Let's see if Mrs. Incredible can take it home. Here we go, yo. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See, and another thing too that people didn't recognize about Gyro also on Fortnite is that everybody was still leaving their aim assist at 100% and still playing with Gyro, and you get aim assist on the sticks still with Gyro, but it feels terrible, especially if you have it at 100%. And so that's another reason why people probably didn't understand it, is because if you leave that on 100% when you're trying to use it, it stiffens up your stick movement. Alright, come on. Oh, okay, that was bad. Oh, because there's somebody else. Third party. I was like, what? Are you seriously gonna still stand there? Okay. Why did you... Okay. I knew that was coming and I stood there and took it. Okay. I think it's because I'm tired, but I gotta push through it. No, it doesn't turn off. I know that people think that it does turn off, but it doesn't. If you try adding aim assist, so if you go to 0 and then add 1, even if you add 1% aim assist, it changes the way the crosshair feels. I know because I've tested it multiple different ways, trying to do a combination of gyro and maybe 68% aim assist, or gyro and maybe 3% aim assist. So you don't get aim assist with the gyro itself, but you still get aim assist on the sticks, but it screws up the way that the gyro feels, because when you use the gyro and then try to use the stick, the stickiness of the aim assist gets in the way of trying to make the aim work right. So if anybody is using gyro but their aim assist is at 100%, it will affect their aim. They have to turn it to 0 to completely turn it off. And nobody's said anything about that either, because nobody's thought about it. But it's true, it works. Or it does have an effect on it. I don't know if it was intentional that way, but it may have just been an oversight that they let it be like that. It's almost like the settings for steadying is grayed out, but you can turn it up and then it'll be grayed out again. It still affects the way that the rest of the gyro feels. And it's the same on the thumbsticks. There's a group of settings right here on the basic look controls. I have it set to 1010 insane, because even though it's grayed out and it's supposed to be off, it still plays a factor in what the thumbsticks feel like. Alright, come on. Anything that you use with your stick, even if you're on gyro, if you have aim assist on 100% or even at 1%, you will feel the crosshairs feel sticky when you get onto the target, but it makes your aim worse if you have it on, because it doesn't flow right with the gyro when you're using the stick also. So any corrections you make with the stick, if you've got aim assist of any percentage on at all, as soon as the crosshair goes over the target or the opponent, it will stick to it the wrong way when you're using gyro, and it won't help your aim, it'll hurt your aim. Alright, let's play good now. No more bad playing. All of the good vibes are here, and all of the bad vibes are gone. All we do is win over here. All we do is win over here. Don't shoot me. Whoever's watching me. In secret, don't shoot me. Yeah, I know that he says it in the video. That's why I'm saying I don't think it's intentional. But it actually does give you aim assist. It just doesn't work. It's actually aim desist because it makes your aim worse. So you should 0% it out, especially if you're using gyro. Because the way that you can tell is you put on 1% and compare it to 0, and then put it on 100%. Put it on 60%, put it on all kinds of different percentages, and it sticks differently, even with the gyro on. What the heck? Oh, that was... Alright, here we go. Play good, play good, play good. Let's get the heck out of here. I need to heal up. Come on. Okay, where's everybody else at? There's a real player right here. Let's see if we can sneak up on him. There you are. Come on, get out of here. Ah, I couldn't get out of it. All right, here we go. Yeah, I do, but I don't use it like a whole lot. I'll use Fizz to get around certain things. Help me go just a little bit faster in certain situations, but I don't use it like every time I try to rotate. I probably should, but I don't. Sorry, bruh. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Oh, come on, bro. I keep going into people's boxes thinking like it's gonna... Okay, I gotta quit. I gotta quit going into people's boxes. It's just gotta be a rule. There's no reason... There was no reason for me to go in his box. Ugh. Yeah. There was all kinds of things I could have done different there, but I didn't. That's okay. Because... now I can get the footage I need without having to worry about settings. Back to back to back to back. Why isn't it shooting? I tried multiple times to shoot my shotgun and it didn't. It felt like it didn't shoot. Oh, what? Come on. I was just too slow on that. And that was weird. It felt like every time that I pushed the button for my shotgun to shoot it, it felt like it wasn't shooting. Maybe I just whiffed the shot or something. I thought I was on it. Watch that. I must have just whipped. I thought I was on it. All right, let's get some good vibes. Good vibrations. Let's change this up again. Here, let's just do random. There we go. I'll be a candy cane. I'll be a candy cane. Candy cane. And I'm gonna drop somewhere else. Tired of landing at the raft 50 million times. Yeah. Exactly. So it should be coming out here. I'm gonna try to get it out here in the next couple days. Maybe in a week. Because I want to start just consistently pumping out good gyro content that's fresh and that it's different. You know, it'll hopefully, like, it's not that Fortnite is dead, because I mean I think it's the biggest game in the world, but like I think it'll bring even more fresh life, fresh blood into the game if I do this right. I don't think I've ever actually worn this skin ever. Oh, thank you. All right, Sandy Stepipis. I used to land snooty steps when it was the mythic shotgun, the mythic hammer pump from Peter Griffin. Oh, faked you out, bro. Faked you out. You thought I was gonna go for the full mini. Yeah. That is true. Yeah, let's get better situated. Lost track of him for a second because he was moving to my blind spot. Have to remember that. Do that. Oh, what? Dang it. I just took too long. I took too long trying to figure out where he was at. Alright, let's get the music going. It was 6. Oh, so close. Roll a 6. Yes! I called it. Dom 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 dom. Here we go, yo. Go, yo. Here we go, yo. Oops, that's keyboard controls. Yeah. I mean, now that I'm not trying to get these settings right, I can focus on trying to do the other things that I've been wanting to do. Oh, I didn't realize that this was a not 100% spawn right here. Sneaky. Okay. Thank you. Where are you at, fool? You fools! You cannot defeat me. I gotta get out. Thank you for the third party. keep getting birthday presents. Somebody else was on the other side. Gosh dang it, man. I was playing that smart too. I was playing smart and I still got screwed. Alright, back to the lobby. Some music going. Ooh, interesting skin. I don't remember ever getting that skin, but okay. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah, I was gonna change the lobby music.
Just a grizzly little bear, so small and tame you hardly know.
Is that really this song? I don't remember this. Oh man, I know this song, but I didn't know this was... I don't know what I was thinking there. The Re-OG. Da, 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 da. Am I even queued up? Yeah. Okay. I was like, I'd be mad if I didn't queue up. Alright.
This year, there's a new home for the holidays. Join me
There's a new home for the holidays. Come on, let's just find a good one. Where's Major Laser at? Here we go. This one. The good old trusty Major laser vibe. Bum, bum, bum. Gonna get a drink. Don't fizz up on me. Here we go. I come from the land where I have to use cans of air to breathe. Yeah, a typical gamer always uses that song too. It's a good jam. A good old trusted jam. Alright, we're gonna go for the win and bring it home. I gotta go to bed. Oh man, it shoots so much slower. Oh, if I shouldn't have aimed in, it shot so slow like that. Stupid. All right, one more match. One more match. And if I switch to my other gun, I don't know what I was thinking there. I was just expecting it to go pop pop like it normally does, and I forgot. Hey man, it goes slow. Spider-Man will bring us home. Alright, let's bring the good vibes music. And let Spider-Man do it to it. Yeah. Yep, I forgot all about it. I was expecting to go pop pop, and then I just took way too much damage just standing there trying to. I mean, I like it. I don't care either way, with sights or no sights, but just understanding the weapon I'm holding is the reason why I died, or not understanding the weapon I was holding. Alright, screw this. We're gonna play a regular non-ranked match. We're gonna get a win on these settings. Let's go. And we're gonna bring it home. Yeah, it's just knowing the weapon. I prefer the Sovereign over any of the shotguns this season, but just didn't pay attention to what I was doing there. Before the Sovereign, it was the hammer. I always wanted to carry the hammer pump. Alright, Spider-Man's got a samurai sword. Okay. It's just incredible when the game feels amazing because the settings are perfect. That's a cock off her brick, man. Did you really hit me with that? Get the heck out of here. What? Oh yeah, I forgot jetpacks are in a game here. And shockwaves. Can I get a shotgun, please? There we go. Oh, I'm out of mats. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's the power of gyro, bro. I gotta find white heels. There we go. Where are they even shooting at? Okay, that was a bot. It's good to see a car again. I haven't seen a car in a while. How about some white heels? Here we go. Get back in your car, bro. Oh, really? Fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Launchpad. Oh, somebody's in the air. Oh, what? I forgot about that. Okay, we got the stupid jetpack people here. Down. AutoZone. Get in the thing. Where'd he go? Thank you. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you Oh well. That was a good one. I should have had it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll do it again tomorrow.